Assalamu alaikum, good morning, Khushamdi, Ji Ayanu, Goeiemorgen, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to World This Morning with only Shazad Hashmi today. Unfortunately, Shazad Khan is unable to join us. And I do know yesterday I was not here on the show, and that is because I had an appointment with my doctor. I keep mentioning on the show every day that I have morning allergies and I have flu and how it's so pathetic, I don't want to have them anymore. So I went to my doctor and I told him I want to get rid of all these allergies and the flu. And then he told me, did you get the flu shots? And I realized there are flu shots available in the market. I mean, there are vaccines who can actually prevent flu, which is great. I didn't know that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys did not know that. So in case you're looking to feel better throughout the perfect weather that is winter, go and get your flu shots as soon as you can. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Tuesday. It's a beautiful clear day outside. And as I always say, I love winter. So every winter morning is as great for me as it is today. And so today what we're talking about is something very interesting. Actually, we have divided the show into two segments. The second part of it is going to be very entertaining because we have some amazing little stars who are going to sing for us. But the first part is going to be interesting because we are going to talk about how you can motivate people who feel down or who are probably not in the best phase of their life by just using your words. The power of words, how amazing is that? So without, just giving it all away, I want to introduce these guests that we have in our show at the studio today because they are the apt people that we have. And they're young, they're very vibrant, and they're also very popular among people when it, comes to consulting. Because individually, all of them have actually helped like dozens of people to come out of the bad phases of their life. So without further ado, let's start with this girl right over here. On my right-hand side, we've been joined by Noor Alain, who happens to be a part-time singer. Well, she indulges in singing, but other than that, she's a motivational speaker. Assalamu alaikum, Noor. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you so much for being with us. Next to Noor,
It's
we
my
have
pleasure.
someone who is, yet another motivational speaker. She is a social activist as well. She's none other than Sabah Sikandar. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm good. How about you?
I'm absolutely great, and it's a pleasure to have you over here. So before we move on to the next guest, this is actually very inspiring for me. I did not know this guy before he contacted me on Instagram. This is the power of social media, first of all. So I think he's probably been watching our show or something. He saw my profile. And then he shared his work with me. And before he even could send me all of his work, I had already gone through his profile. And this guy was so inspiring for me because I want him to introduce himself as well, but just to give a little bit of it. He's not, as perfect as all of us. None of us is perfect. But this guy did not let that come in the way of his life. He had his goals. He had, a lot of things to be motivated for, and he achieved all those goals without feeling disabled. And this is one thing that we need to, focus upon today, that disability is not an inability. And this guy over here has actually proved it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've been joined by Syed Umair, who happens to be a motivational speaker and a graphic designer, a web designer as well. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for being here.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much for inviting me.
And thank you for coming all the way from Texila, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with Noor over here because you're the youngest among us all. So you're a teenager and you're already a motivational speaker. We've been talking before the show as well. She has helped quite a lot of people to actually get out of, the bad phases of their life.
Well, I would not like to call myself a motivational speaker yet.
Okay. Tell us about you.
Because I believe that, to be a speaker and to be motivation for someone is a huge responsibility on
Absolutely
you,
right.
And besides that, you have to be really wise. And I am
And
just
not to make any mistakes because you're sort of guiding someone, right?
Definitely, but I believe that mistakes are a part of your life.
Exactly.
And if you don't make mistakes, you
You're not
don't
gonna
get to
learn.
learn.
Definitely agreed. So coming to you, Sabah, you're a social activist and you also happen to be a motivational speaker. But I want you, only if you're comfortable, to start a little back from when you were not a motivational speaker and you yourself were probably not in a very good phase of your life. What motivated you to come out of that and then help people come out of that as well?
Yeah, there are a lot of things I've faced in my life, and I learned a lot from there. I was in depression for so many reasons, but again, my mentor came in my life, and he told me about the best leader, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam life,
Right.
and I learned a lot from his life, and I actually implemented the things. How can I bring up the change in my life? How can become happy? And now I am, conducting the seminars or workshops and the social meetup sessions with people, and I'm, just sharing the experience with a lot of people. So
First of all, Sabha, I have to say you're so brave to actually talk about it. I'm so proud of you. And then again, I'm happy that you came out of it. So when you started, sort of talking to people and listening to them to come out of it, what was the feeling? Was it rewarding?
yeah, it was, it was unbelievable. People, I'm feeling peace, and I'm actually feeling the inner peace, satisfaction. I never ever feel in my life, and it's just because of the leader Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam life and my mentor, and again whenever I share my experience with people, because I suffered a lot and I learned from this, so I can bring up,
Your own
with-
examples, right?
with my own example.
Right. That's absolutely great. So coming to you, well, I'm going to come back to the social work later on,
sure.
but moving on to Mr. Omer. So you started with being a web designer. That is your passion, right? You love learning about it. So how long did you do that? And when was it that you realized, you know what, I'm going to start speaking?
I have, after completing my education,
Okay.
I was passionate about IT. I have to do something. So I was doing. So I start write something about myself.
Okay.
So my teacher have read about me and say, "Oh, you are great writer. So why you should not make some videos and inspiring people? You need to be tell the people there is no disability. You can do it. So why are they not?"
Right.
So I make one video. I think it was 3 or 2 minutes. So when I make a video, I become a great response. So I realized that why that's I can do this. If I
Wow.
can change someone's life, it's nothing. I think it's a biggest success for me.
Absolutely. It is a success story indeed. But Mr. Mayor, a lot of people, especially me myself, I don't know nothing about web designing. I'm so proud that you actually completed your studies and then you were, passionate about designing websites and graphic designing as well. You, sort of pursued that. And then you were a writer. So you made a video and put it on Facebook?
Yeah,
And your friends were responding to it?
yeah.
So what sort of a video was it? What did you say in the message? The
I-
first ever
one-
video.
First ever video I have focused on a disability.
Okay.
Because our society have a if someone are disabled, look like me, I have short height and special person. It's not me. You will stay at one corner at home. You can't do something. Nothing. Why? If you are mentally strong, you have to believe yourself. You have to believe your abilities and recognize them. You have to work
Exactly.
on this. If you are, I think if you are mentally strong, so you can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter how you look, what you are. Your body
Exactly.
doesn't matter.
Right. And thank you so much for bringing this up.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor just mentioned that you don't have to be physically strong to actually achieve what you want,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely,
Mental
yeah.
strength is everything. And I think this is what we should build upon right now. So coming to you, Noor, lately, well, I'm not going to talk about it explicitly, but a lot of people are sort of going down because of mental health issues. How important is it, first of all, to listen to them? Because it takes a lot of courage to come up with that. And all three of you are since consultants and speakers. I'm pretty sure, clients come to you talk about their mental health, right? All of you. So first of all, how important is it to actually tell them to open up and help them out?
When someone, okay, let me tell you, the people who are actually depressed, they do not like to tell people around them. That's because they have the fear of being judged.
Exactly.
Right? And we human beings, we can be the best and the worst creators, and we listen not to understand, but to revert back.
Right.
Right?
So how can we hold back with that? I mean, they're not talking to you because they want an answer or they want to be judged. They're talking to you because they want to be listened, right?
They want to be listened to and they want to let that out, Once they're done with it, you will see a completely different person in them and you will see them transforming themselves. They just need someone to tell them that, okay, relax, everything's gonna
It's
be okay.
normal, it happens.
It happens. Life is just like a roller coaster ride. It doesn't stay the same, and it is going to be okay. But for that, you need people around. You need positive people around
Exactly.
you, and you don't need to be influenced by negativity. Got rid of toxicity, whatever the word
Okay.
is around you. So.
Okay, makes sense. What about you, Sabah? Do you agree with what Noor said and do you want to add on to that?
Yes, I agree. A lot of people want to share their experience. People want to, someone is there who is listening, him or her, and who is actually encouraging him. We actually we have a bad flaw. Like we don't want to encourage, we don't want to give the confidence. We actually doing the leg pulling like of things.
Right, we
on
bring
the-
them down.
Bring them down. We are judging people by their color, by their heights, by their
Right.
physical appearance,
Exactly.
and we are stopping them. No, you can't do this. And people want to actually listen. And mental peace is so good.
It is absolutely, you know, so necessary to actually
Absolutely.
perform well in your life.
And talking about that, I would like to add up in it that social media is playing a huge role in implementing insecurities in young generations
Thank you for saying
specifically.
that. But do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah. You know, I mean, you would see, you would get onto your Facebook, you would see so many things going on around you. You would see perfect lives. People are just, you know,
Perfect
everybody.
vacation, the perfect
Yeah.
makeup and everything.
Everybody wants to be so perfect on social media, and you know, this sorts of it makes people depressed when you look at that and then you look at yourself. Oh, my life is not perfect. But let me tell you one thing, you guys. Nobody is perfect. That's what I always say. And perfection is a journey. It's not a
I feel like
destination.
perfection is a myth.
It is a myth, and it is a journey. It's not a destination. It's not something that you can achieve, right? But you can try to be good to people around you,
Exactly.
and you can try to help people as much as you can. And you need to be so confident about yourself
Right.
that no one else has the power to bring you down.
Exactly.
Instead, they should get inspired by you, and they, you know,
Learn to be more like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. I know, Sabha, you have to add something, but I have to ask something from Mr. Mayor since we're talking about, you know, shutting out negativity. Did you yourself face a lot of negativity in your life, especially when you were pursuing your dreams?
Yeah, already. Actually, I belong to a rural area, a small village.
Okay.
So you know how people have things, how living style. So they always have say something. Even mostly, I must say, my mother has faced a lot.
Okay.
Oh, he's your younger or an older brother. He can burden on you how he has lived life. So no, it's not. So they can
But your
fear.
mom has been supportive throughout,
Always.
right? Very
I think I am here because of my mother.
Wow, well,
So
that's brilliant.
biggest fear I have always lies. People have always fear, what will others think about us? So you are not for others. This world is for you. You are not for this world. So always believe yourself and believe in every little opportunity you have to avoid. Now this world is so amazing. You are one click, everything came in your hand.
Exactly.
When I was studying, I faced a lot because of I am 30 years old now.
Okay, okay.
20 years back, if I am talking about no internet, no facilities, even I am rejected from schools, colleges, but I continue my education and privately. My mom bring teacher at my home.
Wow.
10 years continually he came my home.
So the formal education systems were not cooperative with you? Okay,
They
okay.
said you are a special person, we can't give you admission, so you are not for this.
But you proved them wrong.
Yeah.
Indeed, you are
And that's
special. You're the
it.
best among all.
Even I'm so happy for it. They last month, on my birthday.
Okay.
That school has rejected me. You are not for this school. Even they have invited me for as a speaker on my
Wow.
birthday.
What an honor, Mr. Mayor. What an
Big
honor.
honor for me. So
Wow.
that's the thing. I want to tell them everyone. You always that doesn't matter how you look, what you are. If you are a mentally strong, you have abilities.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. And I must say one thing. Sometimes you are so stressed and depressed. So something came on your mind.
Yeah.
Immediately you are so energetic. I must say, you read one thing.
Yeah.
فَبِأَيِّ آلَاهِ
رَبِّكُمَا
مَا
تُكَذِّبَانِ.
رَبِّكُمَا
تُكَذِّبَانِ,
تُكَذِّبَانِ.
yeah.
How many blessings of Allah you will deny?
You will deny,
So
absolutely.
I am so blessed. That's why I'll never ever feel let down.
Well, I love the energy that you're bringing to the studio, right?
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
So you've been actually dealing with, sessions nationally and internationally as well. Talk about them, please. And how did people discover you? Of course, so you start putting up videos on Facebook.
Yeah.
And actually, just before we were starting the show, Sabha over here mentioned that she is connected to you on Facebook as well. How great is that? We're actually, all connected with the positive energy. So, okay, talk about your sessions.
The world is so global place now. It's become so closer.
Global
It doesn't
village.
matter how much you are so away. So social media is the most powerful weapon. I realize you can utilize to convey your messages mostly have people, Facebook is not good. You are no. If you are using positively everything,
right.
you can make change in the society and world. And same happening to me. I start uploading my videos. I become a great response all over the world.
Right.
Even recently, had German ambassador had read about me and invite me. I did motivational speech at German embassy.
At
So
the
it's
German
a big
embassy.
honor for me.
Wow, that's brilliant. Wow, that's very nice. Okay, so before we, actually head out to Noor for a song, this is a question for all three of you. I know you all are very passionate about, motivational speaking and inspiring others. But is this actually a career? I mean, it is a passion, yes, but does this pay your bills? On a lighter note, all of you, do you think this is a side career, this should be a hobby, or this can actually be a proper career?
I mean, what I believe is it can never be a career. I mean, you're out there helping people, but different people have different perspectives, right? I have a completely different perspective about it.
Right. And but it's funny, but this is completely on a lighter note. So if I would do that, my friends or my parents would be like, "Logo se baat karna, bas karo, naukri dhondo."
That's what you get to hear, actually.
You
That's
do?
what people say to you. I mean, what have you done in your life?
Why
I
are you
mean,
talking to people? Why are you not earning? What about you? Does this happen to you as well?
Yeah, it's happened. But one thing I would like to clarify: activist means if someone is trying to make change in community, in society, in someone's life. And as Umar said, the social media is a great weapon. We are connecting with this. We are creating the opportunities for people by LinkedIn, by Facebook, by Instagram, by Twitter. And as an activist, yes, you are right. I was doing my government job. I just resigned from there, and I'm doing my side business, and I'm getting handsome amount from this.
Wow.
But as an activist, it's not necessary you are, can some earning from
That's not what
mentoring
you're looking
someone
for,
or
you're
some
saying.
career counseling or some someone giving confidence by social media. As I said, I'm creating social meetup sessions by my own platform, Be the Change, and people are gathering there to create networking, connecting to servicing provider and connecting to opportunity provider with the services provider with
That is your own initiative?
yeah, it's
Wow,
my
it's
own
brilliant. What's
initiative.
it called again?
Be the Change.
Be the change. Wow, absolutely brilliant. What about you? Do you agree that you need a side job to actually keep going?
Yeah, that's it. Motivational speaker, I'm not doing it for the money. It's my passion. I love to
Passion,
talk
right.
people, and especially I love it when someone has said, "You have changed my life." So it's
Wow.
an achievement for me. It doesn't matter for money.
The feeling must be divine, right? When someone actually says,
Yeah,
ever
it's the
get
best
in the
feeling ever
world.
wow, wow.
And when you have such a power that your words can move other people's heart, then you should do it. No matter what other people have to say, for once do it and there will be no regrets. I believe you should not have any sort of regrets in your life.
Wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been actually joined by such great positive energies early in the morning. It's a great aura in the studio. So we're heading out to a short break, but with Noor's song. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm not a professional singer.
But we love how you sing, so go ahead.
Okay. But it's just going to be two-liners,
Yeah, sure.
so okay. Okay, sing. हो चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ तुम मगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ हो चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ तुम मगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ ना कोई है ना कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हम नवा.
So now we're headed out to a short break. Stay tuned to PTV World. Good morning. We will be back with a singing star. I promise you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching World This Morning with Shaza Hashmi today. And we have picked up on some great topics today. It's motivational speaking. It's how you can inspire people with just the magic of your words. And just before we went out on a short break, we have discussed the, vast avenues of how you can explore motivational speaking. And so with some amazing guests who are actually pursuing this as a career, as a side hobby, and more than a career, it's a passion for them. And in this segment, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually been joined by a little shining star who happens to be a singer as well. So on my right-hand side, we've been joined by Iman Ali Abbasi. Assalamu alaikum, Iman. How are you?
Walaikum salam. I'm fine. How are you?
I am great as well. So the reason that I did not give a very long introduction about you was because I want you to do that. Tell us about you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Iman Ali Abbasi. I'm 10 years old. I have a passion of singing. I didn't know I had a voice until I had my school idol, which was basically I had to do it with my friend. I did it just for fun.
Yeah.
But there were 4 stages. I thought this was just for fun.
Right.
But as soon as I went forward, I started to get better, and then I won my school idol. Then after that, we went on a fair, and then over there were girls singing. So when I won, my father wanted me to sing over there. So
Right.
then I sang over there. From that day, everyone got to know me. Then after that, UNICEF invited me to their National Children's Day. I sang over there as well.
Wow,
Then
that's great. That's an honor for you, right? So you're 10 right now, and you started singing when you were 9. And when I was 9, I was just fighting with my sisters for chocolate. And you discovered your talent. Well, that is brilliant. So when you said that there was this competition in your school, who told you that you should participate in it? Or was it just it was an impulsive decision? You just thought you should do it, right?
No, I did it just for fun. I thought this would be a fun thing. Many people, we had a competition. My music
you
sir
actually
really
won the-
supported me. He picked the song for me. He knew my voice. He knew my type, and he really supported me throughout this competition.
Your music teacher.
Yes.
Well, that's brilliant, Actually, to be studying music and having all those extracurricular activities along with the curriculum that you follow in your school, I feel like it's very healthy and important, right? But we have to come back to that, but before we need to listen to a song by Iman. So, Iman, what was the song that you sang in the competition that you won?
That was Rockabye, but that was a really long song. I did it with my friend. There was a
Okay.
rap in it, so I don't know that song anymore.
And you even knew the rap?
No,
Sure, your
my-
friend did the rap?
Yes. I
Okay, so
sang.
any song you want to sing for us right now?
Okay, I'll sing Faded.
Faded. Okay, go ahead.
You are the shadow to my light. Did you feel us? Another storm, you fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight. Wanna see us alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Was it all my fantasy? Where are you now? We're on imaginary. Where are you now? Atlantis, under the sea, under the sea. Where are you now? Another dream. The monster's running wild inside of me. I'm faded, I'm faded, so lost. I'm faded, I'm faded, so lost. I'm faded. These shallow waters never meant what I needed. I'm letting go, a deeper dive, a
No
deeper
problem.
dive. We turn our silence of the sea. I'm breathing alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Under the light, I've seen your smile. I'll set my heart on fire. Where are you now? Where are you now?
Okay.
Where are you now? Atlantis, under the sea, under the sea. Where are you now? Another dream. The monster's running wild inside of me. I'm faded, I'm faded, so lost, I'm faded.
Wow, wow, Iman, that's very beautiful. And actually, you know, while you were singing, your voice was so perfectly matching the music in my head of this song. Actually, that was brilliant. But right now, I have to move over to these people, but we will come back to another song with you, okay? But you told me that you're learning Spanish songs as well. So there's English songs, the Spanish songs as well. And for all of you people, I feel like the reason Iman is here with us today is because of the support she gets from her parents, right? So let's talk about that. Iman is a very lucky girl, mashallah, and she's very talented. But in a lot of family households, there is a certain gap between parents and children, which actually leads to, you know, all the difficulties and things that we were talking about. I don't want to go deep into the depression talk because of the baby girl that we have over here. But the gap, let's address that. Any of you? And how important it is to actually find out the core reason usually that is the core reason for all the things that do go wrong, right? Starting with you, Sabah.
Actually, there are a lot of hurdles due to the communication gap between the parents, between their families and the kids. And we are not actually defining the talent from their kids, and we are stopping. We are not giving the confidence. And seriously, Iman is lucky. Their parents knew her talent and bringing on his platform. But we are not supporting the kids, we are not supporting the youth. In fact, communication gap, we should remove the communication gap, and we should give the confidence to the kids, to the youth, to the people who are actually talented, who wanted to do something like like an artist, like as a singer, like a guitarist, like a dancer.
Right.
We're actually using the term like a mirasi. They
No, I
can't
get
do.
it, yeah,
No,
absolutely.
what people say, what people say, don't do this. They will say, your daughter is singing on the show, your daughter is singing in the university, your daughter or son is even is learning the guitar. So
Right.
it's like we should
I would
remove
like
the
to
myth.
add up into this that parents need to create a stronger bond with their kids.
Right.
You know, when you sort of have that kind of bond with your kids, you make them your friends first, and that is such a beautiful relationship. That
Absolutely.
way,
I agree.
the kid will never ever hide anything from you. I myself, I have 2 younger siblings, and they're just like my kids because we share everything with each
Right,
other because
right.
of such a stronger bond we have. And talking about the insecurities parents have, the best way to teach our kids is to teach them everything and then to let them decide what direction they want to get into.
So actually listen to them. What about you,
Listen to
Mr. Roman?
them.
Do you think that there's a communication gap and this issue actually prevails in a lot of households in Pakistan or let's say around the world?
Yeah, it's a big issue. At some point, sometimes happens with me. But I say one of the biggest role play in your life is your mother. If your parents are with you, so it doesn't matter what others saying about you. They stand with you. Whenever I feel down, mother hold my hand and say, no son, you can't do this. You are only for me. I live my life for you. So I feel so proud that I think you educate. Just parents. First thing you have to do, you educate your kids. So you can change the world, you can change society only for your education.
Right,
The only way you can change. So I must say, sometimes person like me, parents also not avail them, they don't like them. So it's not good. You have to.
So there's a rejection, right,
Yes,
from
kind
the
of a
society,
rejection.
from the family.
Yeah.
But that's great, exactly. So we're all lucky that actually we do have that sort of relationship with our parents, especially I do with my mother as well. I recently shifted to a hostel and I call her for the minor most inconvenience that happens to me. Mama, mujhse doodh ka dabba nahi khul raha. Or things like that. There's a lizard in my room and she asks me, what is it that I can do if there's a lizard in your room? So all those things. But I want to come over to the education system that we have lately. So Iman just mentioned that there was a singing teacher in her school who actually helped her to sort of, sing and be a better singer than she was. And there was singing competitions. There was no such thing in my school, to be honest. There was just straight formal education, science, maths, English, Urdu, Pak studies, just the basic things. How important do all of you guys think is, formal education, and how actually the system is sort of, depriving a lot of people from actually getting the right kind of education. Starting with you, Noor, I want you to sort of give your example that you did mention to me, only if you're comfortable with it. Because even you mentioned, Umair, that this is school that you wanted to study in, they did not accept you as you are.
Yeah.
Right? So there should be like co-curricular activities, sorry for the slip of word, that as well. But what inclusive ways should we add on to the formal education system that can actually look after all the talents that a person possesses, starting with you?
Every individual, as I was talking to you and I told you that every individual has a different perspective,
Right.
and every individual has different interests, and you cannot just go around teaching every kid the same thing, and that is not even education. I mean, formal education has nothing to do with knowledge, and in real life, in
Right.
practical life, it doesn't help you in any way.
Like never have I
Meanwhile-
been able to use the theorems that I studied in
Exactly. I mean, you should teach practical things to kids in school. They should know how to handle the situations in life and how to handle the circumstances,
Absolutely.
right?
Right, right.
So instead of just,
Sticking to the syllabi and stuff.
syllabi and making them study the same concepts our parents have learned, we are studying the same thing. There is no change in the syllabus,
Right, exactly.
So it is really important to take some sort of initiative that lets kids choose what they want to study and what they are interested in. This way we're going to make a greater nation, I'm telling
Exactly.
you.
So let's like sort of change the question for both of you. So when we're talking about students who do, stick to a formal education system, I have sisters who are both in O levels and A levels, and I've been a student myself as well. I'm still a student, by the way. So it happens to me every other day. I come back depressed and I'm, feeling so low because there's like a lot of pressure of studies as well. But how do students cope up with that? And how can you actually inspire them with your words that this is not the end of life, because a lot of students do think that way?
It's actually the duty of parents and teachers as well.
Right.
We are just pushing them with the beside running that with the grades, and we're just saying we need the A grade, we need the 100% marks, we
What are
need
we
the
going to do with
99%
so many A
marks.
grades?
Don't do this. Just focus on the study. You have to be a kitabi kida like this, and we are not actually. We are not actually realizing what kids they wanted to do, and we need to improve our education system, formal education system. We have to give the awareness to people. We have to accept the any color,
Right.
the any height,
Absolutely.
and with rejection like Uzair faced.
Oh, yes.
We have to work on mindsets.
Right, absolutely
Yeah.
great. What about you, Mr. Man?
I think it's a too old thing. You must become a doctor, engineer, or something like this. It's the world has totally changed. Do what you love. I think education or whatever you are doing, you have your teacher or parents understand what ability or potential your kids have.
Right.
You have to help them to explore them potentials. So not to you she said kitabe kida, and as I said, most of people you have said is the most greatest person in the world as successful. They're not like so intelligent, but at the end they are a great persons.
Right,
They
absolutely.
read a lot of books, but they read what they want to read. Even
Yeah.
I love learning. I love getting knowledge from wherever I can, but it's about learning what I want to learn and
Exactly.
from where I want to learn. And it's been like 4 years since I have stepped out of my home and I have had the exposure of the world by myself, because I'm kind of an adventurous and I
Okay.
came up with my tour firm as well. So I have learned quite a lot of things, and it's really important to explore. The more you explore, the more you get to learn, and the more you get to learn, the more you get to know that how much you don't know.
Exactly right. You want to add something?
Yeah, we should teach them about our real heroes, Hazrat Imam Ali, Hazrat
Right.
Maula Ali, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Rizaltan life, Hazrat Usman Rizaltan life, and Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's life. Instead of, it's a very good thing, Superman or Minion, but we should,
Definitely teach them the religion as well. But coming to you, Iman, what is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is math.
And are you like, do you
Okay.
score a lot of good marks in maths?
Yes.
So when you started singing and then you told your parents, I won the competition and I want to continue singing, Were your parents like, no, Iman, you should only study? Did that happen?
No.
Really? So they were supportive?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. And do they like help you when you tell them that I want to pursue this, when I grow up, I want to be a singer? Do you want to be a singer when you grow up?
Yes, but I want to focus on something else.
Like what?
I want to be a pilot. I
Wow.
wish to be a pilot, but my eyesight is weak.
Oh, that's not a problem. Inshallah, you will be. If you aspire to be a pirate, you will. Why did I say pirate? No, pilot, ladies and gentlemen. You will be a pilot, inshallah. But of course, you can continue singing for as long as you want, and you already are a rock star, right? So, what is the last song that you want to sing for us?
I can sing Let Me Love You.
Let Me Love You. Okay, on that note, we will close the show, but just hang on one more minute. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming here. Noor, Sabah, Mr. Umair, and Iman
you.
yourself as well.
was an
It was
honor.
such a great pleasure to have you all on the show. And to have such great, immense positive energy on the show early in the morning. I keep saying that, ladies and gentlemen, the energy is actually like super great in the studio right now. And like Umair did, you can write to us on our Facebook page with the name of World This Morning, on Twitter, World This Morning without a G, on Dailymotion and YouTube, World This Morning, World This Morning. Or you can watch the repeat at 11 in the night. We love to hear from you. We love your feedback, so do write to us. And take care till the next time. Good morning. So we are heading out with Iman's song. Go ahead, Iman.
I used to believe we were burning on the edge of something beautiful. Something beautiful. Still in a dream. Smoke and mirrors keep us waiting on a miracle. Whoa, on a miracle. Say go through the darkest of days. Heaven's a heartbreak away. Never let you go. Never let me down. Oh, it's been a hell of a night. Driving the edge of a knife. Never let you go. Never let me down. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you. Let me love you. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you. Let me love you.
From 1947 to 1948, initially Pakistan used Indian coins and notes with Pakistan stamped on them. In 1948, finally Pakistan issued its first currency note. In 1953, State Bank of Pakistan issued banknotes of rupees 5, 10 and 100. In 1957, rupees 5, rupees 10 and rupees 100 notes were redesigned and reprinted. In 1957, State Bank of Pakistan added rupees 50 note. In 1965, rupees 500 notes were added. In 1967, all the notes were redesigned and reprinted. In 1981, Government of Pakistan once again changed design of rupee 1 note. In 1986, State Bank of Pakistan reintroduced rupees 2 note. Rupees 500 note was changed and rupees 1000 was issued. In 1997, State Bank of Pakistan issued a special note on 50th Independence Day of Pakistan. In 2005, rupees 20 note were added. In 2006, all the notes were redesigned and reprinted. In 2006, rupees 5,000 notes were issued. In 2008, rupees 5, rupees 20, and rupees 50 notes were redesigned and reprinted.
May it be building houses, may it be driving a car. So I think that it's about high time that we actually look into what the kid is interested in doing. May it be playing golf, may it be playing table tennis. I think world now is not, is not dictated by borders. It's an open arena, and I want everybody to perform to their best.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
well directed.
Yeah, and so as we just mentioned, I need to close with the same note that we just mentioned: stop wasting food.
Yeah.
Although if you're at a party, if you're at a wedding, whatever and whatnot, just do not waste food, because
And-
there's so many millions of people who are in need of that,
Yeah.
and you're privileged to have that.
Exactly. And do write to us on our Facebook page, which is with the name of,
Well, this morning,
on Twitter,
well, this morning without a G,
on Dailymotion and YouTube.
well, this morning,
And this fabulous repeat is going to be our
5 past 11 in the night.
till the next time. 1, 2, 3.
Good morning.
morning. Thank you.